Alright, what's going on everyone? So we're back here again with another album review, and today we're going to be reviewing the Offspring's new album titled Supercharged. Now this one is the first album they put out in 4 years since Let the Bad Times Roll, which is probably my least favorite Offspring album, and it's one I go to probably the least if I want to listen to the Offspring compared to all the other records they've done. And you know, of course, keeping in mind that these guys have been around since '89, of course they're not going to sound the same as they did way back in '89. But you know, this album I think kind of does show they still have some at least decent songwriting ability, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, you know, when I first heard the single Make It Alright, I was like, okay, this is probably going to be another, you know, generic kind of Offspring album like we've gotten over like the past few albums. And you know, the song isn't terrible. I mean, you know, the voice they have all over it, which says all I want to do is fly away with you, I wish that would have just been not in there, honestly. But you know, the song isn't terrible, but it's kind of just a mid-tier to a bit lower tier kind of Offspring song, you know. I mean, sure, it gets stuck in your head quite a bit, especially the chorus, but you know, I like Okay But This Is the Last Time a bit better as of like the more melodic songs of this record. I think that song is a bit stronger of a song, in particular the chorus to it. You know, I think they did actually do a pretty good job with the lyrics and the chorus, you know what I mean? And you know, they could have been repetitive if they, you know, wouldn't have, you know, done as much with it as they did. But I think that song kind of does show they're not bad with melodic songs at times. And, you know, songs like Nothing Town from Rise and Fall, Rage and Grace kind of prove that too. Sometimes they're actually not bad with doing more melodic songs, you know. They're not always bad. I mean, some of them can be kind of mid to bad, but this one was actually not bad of a song, I think. But this album starts out with a song called Looking Out for Number One, which I think is probably one of my least favorite tracks on the album, if not my least favorite. You know, the organization for the song was kind of odd, to say the least. You know, I mean, sure, they still had, you know, the riffy kind of guitar in it, but it was just kind of weird the way it was arranged compared to a lot of the other songs on the record, and I don't think it fits compared to a lot of the other songs. And Light It Up is, you know, it's a pretty good song. It's not like, you know, anywhere near like my favorite song by him, and I wouldn't say it's like a great song, but you know, it's not bad. It kind of sounds like some of the stuff from Days Go By. You know, it's alright kind of stuff, though it's not stuff that's like, you know, a go-to song when you listen to this band. But songs like Get Some, this really reminds me of like some Smash era stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's got the riffy kind of guitar, and you know, the vocals kind of remind me of a lot of stuff on Smash. I was like, dang, they're really still doing this kind of stuff this late in their career. I'm kind of, you know, surprised in a way, you know. I mean, of course, you know, it doesn't sound exactly like the songs doing Smash, like production-wise, considering, you know, they were on an independent label, and I think they even had a different producer at the time. It wasn't Bob Rock, I don't think, like it was for this record. And you got songs like Truth and Fiction too, another like fast-paced, kick-ass punk type of song, you know. We got a couple of those on this record. Light It Up is sort of like that, but I like this one even better, honestly. I like the riffs in this one a lot better. I mean, of course, Light It Up does have that 90s punk type of beat, but I like the guitar riffs in that song a lot better. Come to Brazil is kind of like a weaker kind of song in the album, too. It's probably one of my least favorite, along with Looking Out for Number One. I mean, the guitar riffs actually aren't bad in the song. I actually do like the guitar in the song, but the chorus is pretty underwhelming, if you ask me, compared to a lot of the other songs on the album. And you know, near the end of the album, it's not bad either. You got Hanging by a Thread, which is actually a pretty good song, you know. And You Can't Get There From Here is an alright song. It's almost like a filler kind of song, but you know, nothing too terrible. Just, you know, it's kind of almost like a filler type of song. But overall, this album is not bad, honestly, for a band that's been going since '89, I think. You know, it's definitely an improvement from their last record, I'd say. And there are a few songs I've definitely found myself going back to since listening to this album for the first time. So I definitely appreciate this album for that. There's a few songs like Okay But This Is the Last Time. That one is definitely a good good time type of song. You know, it's a good song for just, you know, when you're having fun with your friends or whatever. And you know, of course, you got the songs like Get Some that, you know, really make you want to get into a mosh pit or something. You know, I like those songs for sure. I'm glad they're still putting out songs like that. And, you know, occasionally making the melodic type of song that's actually not bad. You know, a lot of them are kind of, you know, duds. But, you know, that song actually is pretty good. But, yeah, I give this album probably, like, you know, a 7.5, I'd say. You know, it's not their best album they put out by any means, but hey, you know, it's not bad for, you know, a band that's been out since '89, still doing music. You know, I'm kind of surprised they're still doing it with, you know, how old they're getting. You know, but hey, I mean, Metallica's about as old as they are, and they're still doing what they're doing. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this album, and I will catch you guys later, probably in a few more music reviews of a few new albums I still need to review that I haven't yet. So I'll catch you guys later.